here we are in Auburn, and at the home that we're at, there's a lot of activity that's happening, and the occupant, Lorraine over here to my left, she's a clairvoyant, and she's been on a lot of cases with the police. One of her most famous cases was with the Chandra Levy case. The situation that we have at this house is where people are getting pushed, people are being scratched, and I'm just wondering, perhaps, that Lorraine's a clairvoyant, that somehow these entities are attracted to her. She's like a beacon of light, like a lighthouse, and they're somehow trying to communicate a message with her. And when she's not listening, perhaps then they push her and they scratch her. So Lorraine, can you talk about some of the activity? How long have you lived in this house?
We've lived here 3.5 years. As soon as we opened the door, I knew something else was living here with us. All the activity started at the old end of the house, and as soon as my boy moved into that room, he left our house for a year and wouldn't come back. He was too afraid. The room stayed empty, and then Abigail went into the room, and now she doesn't want to be there either, and she's sleeping in our room at the end of our bed. We've been scratched, our hair's being pulled, there's a black thing that keeps on floating around down the hall. The toilet doors are locked, and then you open it after waiting half an hour, nobody's in the house but you, and you still can't get in, and then it opens on its own. Abigail had a friend that came here to her birthday, and her grandmother had lived here and died here apparently. And she said, Abigail, do the doors, the bathroom doors, lock on you? And when she was supposed to spend the night, halfway through the evening, she asked me to take her home. She was too afraid to stay here. So I went to an elderly neighbor who doesn't want me to tell you that a lady moved in, and then she was wielding a knife. A normal lady went berserk in here. And then there were SWAT team and helicopters, and she was taken away, and the lady won't tell me anything other than that. And then the house was empty for years and years. We're on Maidu land, so I don't know if that could be something, I'm not sure. Abigail's turned into a teenager since we've been here, and she's become a serious problem. She's a lovely child, but could someone take her home now, please? I don't like her anymore. She's displaying horrible behavior. That's not Abigail's behavior. Well, it seems to be now, but it wasn't. So I have my hair pulled. The bed bounces underneath me, only on my side, not on my husband's. I can be watching TV, and all of a sudden I've got scratches all on my chest and arms. They go away. After they come, they go. I get bruised as well and don't know why. We asked you to come because my friend of 20-something years came to the party, and her daughter was slung from over there across the room and said, why did you push me? And her mother said, I didn't push you. She argued, yes you did. And then another child from the other side of the room got thrown over there. So she called me and said, Lorraine, I have friends and they better come out to your house because I'm not coming till they do. So that's why you're here. And I didn't want to send it away in case there's more than one, and some of them are my children. I don't know.
Has this ever happened to you at any other places that you lived at?
No.
Okay. And
No.
how long have you been well, you felt that you were a clairvoyant?
Oh, I was burnt in a fire when I was 2 years old, and I spent a year in Great Ormond Street. And I used to see this little thing in the corner of the hospital ceiling, and I thought it was Peter Pan. So I used to follow it, and they remarked that no matter how severely burnt this child is, she never cries and never complains. Because I really wasn't there. I never felt like I was there. So after that, my mother had a child, that's my sister Yvonne. Good luck, Yvonne, she's just recovering from breast cancer, and she's good to go. When I came home, she'd been born, and I got put in the convent. It's with my sisters and brother, and it was...
That was in Malta?
Yes.
Malta.
And then in England at St. Joseph's, but they said, this is only for a few weeks. Well, I grew up there because my mother was afraid of me. My mother had the ability, my aunties all have the ability, it's run through our family forever.
Wow.
So,
is there anybody that wants to jump in and ask anything?
Please.
Tuesday, you look very curious. No? No? You don't have
the girl
anything?
on the end, do you have anything to say?
Her name's Ivy.
Ivy?
Yeah.
Ivy, what do you want to say? You have something to say. Right.
Okay.
Are you thirsty?
Right above her is Capone. That's her boyfriend.
Hello.
Capone's our sketch artist. So if you know that little black thing that you were talking about that went through the hallway? If you can talk to Capone, he can draw what you saw. I would love to see what you saw.
Everybody sees it though, not just me. I had a lady, her name is Jean, she was staying in the modular. She works locally and she was staying so she could save money and buy a home, which she did. But we were sitting downstairs and she said, Lorraine, where's Abigail at the sink? And I looked and I saw it and I went, oh, I don't know, don't worry. The next time she came in, she said, that's not Abigail, what the heck is that thing? So a lot of people see it. It's horrible, whatever it is, and it's kind of smoky and dark and it looks like a bunch of hair, but I'm not sure. You know the thing that crawls out the television? It reminds me of that now.
I would really like to see what you saw, so I want you to
And there's a little boy that sits on my stairs.
Oh, yeah.
I put up a fake wall because I can't bear him looking at me like this.
Okay, the little
while I'm
boy
watching
too.
Television.
The little boy too. I want you to explain that to Capone because I want him to sketch that. Also, too, Big Al, can you scan the whole room and show the investigators that will be participating in this investigation tonight?
When did you said you had a son and a daughter that passed?
Yes.
When did they pass? Was it within the last 2 years?
And over here to my
But
right, I
no,
have
but
Connor.
that's very strange
Connor,
because my
can
son
you
that's
explain the
living
team?
abandoned us
What's it
3
called?
years ago.
Ghost?
I'm Ghost,
And what's it stand for?
the Ghost Hunting Observational
Yeah, but
Study Team.
for
We're out of
me,
Auburn, where we're at
he
right
told
now.
me you're dead.
Brendan's with me.
I don't want you.
So you got
And
You're
then
dead.
he's behind us, so
behind you?
over here.
What happened to your other son and daughter?
My daughter died of
I can get you a
lymphoma and
copy of
leukemia.